well, usually we get countdown. What's up, guys? It's me, Leo, for the Ring and All Other Sports. Welcome. My special guest, Scott Reed. Scott,
what's up?
Thanks for coming on.
No problem.
Before we get started, Scott, I just want to give a couple quick shout-outs to my old co-host, Derek Dukes, my grandson, Jisiah, Tiago, Anthony, and Braden, Anthony Balkus, Sam the Cigar Man, Taylor Norseman, Kevin Polito, Sr. and Jr., my son, Mike Connors, Matt Say, and my beautiful daughter, Elizabeth. Thanks, guys. Thanks for sharing all my posts. All right, Scott, we're going to get right into this. I can't believe we're already live. Usually we get a countdown. Right? Scott, where'd you grow up?
All right, so I actually grew up in Hooksett, New Hampshire.
Okay.
Kind of a boring story, but yeah, Hooksett, New Hampshire, it's kind of just, I don't know if you're familiar with New Hampshire.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that and Manchester.
Right.
Not really anything special.
Right. Well, family, brothers, sisters?
Yeah, I do. I have a younger brother, younger sister, and that's really it. Like, just two, and man, I actually lived with them for a while, too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that was interesting, but yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Any funny stories or anything?
I don't really know. No funny. I mean,
right.
We're kind of loony, so yeah. I mean, every time I go over there, it's kind of funny, but
right.
Yeah, nothing crazy.
Yeah, like I said, I was telling you off here, I'm trying to do some new questions and stuff. You know, just switch it up a little bit, guys, because I'm sure you're sick of me asking the same exact questions every time. Scott, you play sports as a kid?
No.
Wow, really?
I actually didn't play any sports.
Wow.
This is going to be the funny story. So, I took karate.
Okay.
Yeah, Kempo karate. It's nothing crazy.
Right.
It's like a self-defense thing. Took that for, I think, 5 years. 2nd degree black belt. Yeah, which is kind of cool. But everybody's like, oh, how are you so athletic if you never did sports?
Yeah.
Well, I lied. I did baseball.
You did baseball.
I don't really count that.
I
don't count that as a sport.
It's a very slow sport.
Yeah. No, but I actually had a trampoline.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that's kind of where I did
right.
everything.
Nice. Yeah. All right. So you didn't play sports in high school then, right?
No,
did you?
No, nothing.
Did you go to college?
No, I didn't.
All right. So bang, we got rid of 5 questions real quick.
Right
that's good. Do you know how old you were when you first saw professional wrestling, and were you a fan when you were little?
I was. So, actually, one person I would have to thank for actually getting me into wrestling is Justin Robinson.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was my best friend. I moved from Missouri so I lived in Missouri with my mother for a year.
Okay. Yeah.
And I moved there to here, and I think it was 4th grade I met him. But he was huge into wrestling.
Right.
He had like the little dolls and stuff that beat me up, smash 'em dolls.
Yeah.
That made noises and stuff. And I went over to his house, and I remember playing video games and that stuff. And he's the one that really got me into wrestling. And then I started watching, and of course Shawn Michaels,
right,
Hardy Boys.
Yeah.
You know
Shawn Michaels is amazing, man. I just met him not too long ago. I catered. I still cater once in a while for shows. I catered 3 of Tommy Dreamer shows.
Okay. Yep.
And the last one we did was House of Hardcore 13. They had a convention in the ECW arena during the day.
That was still the Philly?
Yeah, in Philly, yep. And brought my grandson, $60, man, just to get a picture and an autograph. Man. Actually, you weren't even supposed to get a picture, but because it was Rob from RF Video, who I used to cater for when I did the Ring of Honor. Oh, yeah. So he works with Tommy for the company. The House of Hardcore is awesome, man. Seriously. Great shows.
I thought they closed that arena down.
Nope, they did, and they reopened it.
I remember we were doing the last Evolve show or last Dragon Gate show, something like that.
Right.
In that arena.
Well, we're gonna be getting into that because I got a few questions that I really want the answers to. All right, so some of your favorite wrestlers, obviously growing up, you just said Shawn Michaels, the Hardy Boys. Yep. Anybody else?
Shawn Michaels, Hardy Boys. As I got older, I started liking Triple H more.
Yep. Especially why? Because he's local too.
No,
you know what I mean?
You know what? That had absolutely nothing to do with it. It was the fact that just the way he wrestled.
Right.
That and Chris Jericho.
I love Jericho.
Yeah.
He's still great. I mean, look, he can get a pop doing this.
And then Benoit too.
Oh yeah,
I love Benoit.
That was amazing. I'm sorry, whatever, what happened to him in the past, you can't take away what he did in the ring. He was just amazing.
Absolutely.
All right, so who trained you?
Steve Bradley. Yep. You knew that was coming.
I knew, but I want them guys to know.
Yeah, Steve Bradley. Actually, it's funny too because my dad, when we were looking for schools, my dad was like, "Okay, well, you don't have a car."
Right.
I'm like, "Well, you can just drive me." You know what I mean?
And how old were you?
And I was like 16.
Okay.
And he was like, "Yeah, oh." So we went down to Walters, checked out Walters. That was Slick was there. It was
Bobby Louis Ortiz.
Yeah. I think April was there too.
Yep.
Yeah, April Hunter was there. But yeah, we checked that out, and then I wanted to sign up.
Yeah.
And he kind of just kept kayfabing it, kind of the curb. I was like, really? Like, come on. And then eventually I found Steve's school, and he was all for that. He's like, yeah, sure, that's fine. Yeah, I can drive you to that.
Right, exactly.
So actually I got lucky
Yeah.
in a way, you know?
Right. And who else was in your class?
Oh, man.
Fury, probably, right?
So, yeah. So, me and Brandon were the first to sign up.
Yeah.
Me, Brandon, and Matt Kearns. I don't know if you remember Matt.
I remember Matt.
Big Matty K.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were the first ones to sign up. We signed up in October. The school wasn't even open yet.
Oh,
Steve's
wow.
like, oh, sure. I mean, Brandon was already kind of trained by Bob a little bit.
Yep. Brutal Bob.
Yeah, Brutal Bob. So, yeah, I mean, we did that for a little while, and it was us three. And then Jason Drapo started coming in, and then it was Fury, Eddie Edwards. Who else is there? There was Tanya. I don't remember Tanya.
Yeah.
Tanya was there. Man, who else? There was a big class.
Right.
At one time. A lot of people came. A lot of people went.
Right. Steve was an incredible talent, man. Unreal. I still watch some of his stuff, like from Memphis.
Yep.
I watch a lot of old Memphis wrestling on YouTube.
Yeah.
I guess Vince is going to be buying all that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's going to buy off of Lawler or Jarrett or both, whatever, and he's going to have it for the network.
That's good.
So that'd be pretty cool.
That's great, actually.
Tell us about your first match.
Woo-hoo. First match. Actually, it was awesome because Steve let me wrestle in Hooksett, New Hampshire.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Legitimately down the street from my house.
Right.
Which was awesome. And of course, my family decided to go to that one. But yeah, it was me and Matt Kearns.
Oh, nice. How'd it go?
Good. I mean, it was good.
Right.
We had Sonny. Sonny was like our
agent.
Our agent.
Nice.
Sonny was our agent. Yeah. So we were doing all these like flips and stuff, and Sonny was spotting me from flips. Awesome. It was great.
That's funny.
So, yeah.
Now, I know that you've had a few alter egos. I know, but can you tell us some of the other wrestler names you've used?
Man, what do people use? You know, the best part is I never came up with anything.
Really?
People would just like throw this in there.
Right.
I think Steve gave me his old sensational gimmick or something like that. He's like, oh yeah, we'll do that. Whatever. I say no.
Yeah.
So that, and then I think Rich started doing the scene, which was actually the tag team I was in.
Right.
But I mean,
with Caleb?
that was with Caleb.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what was it the scene? Sensational.
Something AGD or something like that. I thought I saw that ACD and then something. I should have wrote it down.
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know.
You probably used a couple names like one match or so, right? And then,
Yeah, like I've always been Scott Reed.
Right.
It's always been that, and then
that
it's been
your real
some.
name?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Got lucky with that too.
yeah, right. Exactly.
But yeah, it's always been that.
Nice. When you first started your career, what was the companies that you worked for right away?
So I only worked for WFA.
Okay.
That was it. That was Steve's thing. Is you pretty much just work for one company.
Yeah.
Which was smart because honestly, like besides, I think even a Chaotic at the time wasn't that good.
Right.
Like they were drawing,
Yep.
but the product overall back then wasn't as good as it is now.
Right.
So there was really only one good place to work in this area.
Right.
And I mean, he knew that. So and we got lucky too because he knew what he was doing.
Right. Was he running shows like every weekend too?
Yeah.
That's what, because
I had over my entire career, I swear I've had in 1 year more matches than I've had my entire career.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
in 1 year.
Right.
Which is crazy.
That's awesome.
But yeah, we were working all the time. Like
Right.
Thursday, we'd pack up the ring. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we'd do shows.
Right. I only went to a couple of the shows. What was it, the Opera House?
Yeah.
That
Littleton
place-
Opera House.
Awesome, man. That was a great place to have shows.
That was awesome.
Well, let's talk about your 9-year Chaotic run.
Ooh.
Off air, I had asked you who the top guys were.
Yep.
Back then, and you were like,
Handsome, Alex, Max Bauer, Tommaso.
Yep.
Tommaso, yeah. He definitely was. Was Arch there? Arch must have been there. And then Fred. Yeah.
Now you
going back.
brought up Fred Sampson.
Yep.
Was that your first match in Chaotic with him?
You know, did I tag team? I tag team with somebody I thought for my first match.
Fury?
No, it was what was his name? We did what was that gimmick? It was like this emo weird, I forget who it was, and we tagged with, I thought it was Fred Heresy too. I don't even remember. I don't even remember.
That's all right.
That's bad. But yeah.
Just so you guys know, when we say Fred Sampson, that would be WWE's Darren Young. So a lot of these guys won't know that, you know. So that's it. Now, you also had a tag team with Sledge.
Yes.
And called the Lost Souls.
That's what it was. It was with that other guy though too.
Oh, okay.
So it was me and this. I don't even remember his name. Right. He was there for a long time, and then he left, came back. They were like, "Oh yeah, you guys together." I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, I don't even remember. I don't even know who this guy is. But yeah, then they put Sledge in there, and that's when we started doing the more makeup stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. That's when it got fun.
Yeah,
that was when it was like. It almost was like, and this is getting like into the back kind of deal, but it was almost like Jamie was just like, let's just give him the most ridiculous thing to do, and I'm like, well, let's just have fun, because like this is great. So I'm just like, I'd always be like doing the makeup, and then I'd be like, let's just do pigtails tonight. Let's do some pigtails. Some pink makeup, and I go up to Jamie like, Jamie, you like this? Like, and he's like,
that's
get away from me. But it was a fun time. Like we all had a great time.
Right. And around that time too, you worked for ECW, WWE. You took on the Boogeyman. I remember seeing that on TV.
Oh my God, yeah. That keeps popping up too.
And how was that experience like? How was Marty to work with? Was he awesome?
Derek,
my old co-host Derek says he's a great guy.
I'm not gonna lie, he's a good guy in the business. Yeah, gotta say, he's a great guy. Right. He is so green, so green. I mean, what? He's 40, 50 now. Yeah. Like, didn't wrestle ever. At all. Like, pretty much. Actually, just this year I got my teeth fixed. Right. Because of that. So we had a match. We had that match, that TV thing. And then it came back around, and was it Manchester? Maybe in Manchester the next night. I worked out with him before TV. I think it was SmackDown that he came to. Okay. And we were doing stuff in the ring, and he shot me into the corner, and I took the buckle, and he came in on my head. And like broke my front teeth and my bottom tooth. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I had to go get them fixed. Right. Like that the week after. And they were all uneven still, but I'm like, whatever. And then just recently, I went to my dad's. He's like, hey, do you want to like fix these? I'm like, yeah. Like, yeah, absolutely. He's like, okay, let's fix them for you. And I told him what happened. He's like, that's a funny story, but yeah. Yeah, nice. So he's he's a great guy. I saw him at MWF. Oh, okay. And he remembered me. Oh, yeah, because you worked there. He worked there quite a few times, I think. Yeah. Yep. Dan booked him a few times. Yep. Now, did you work any other shows for the WWE? So, yeah, I was one of those guys that always went to TV. Yep. I can't even tell how many times I went to TV. And that was the only match that I actually did. Other than that, I worked out in the ring with guys, actually with, Sami Callihan. Yep. When he was doing his tryout match, I worked with him. When Brandon had his tryout match, I worked with him. So it's funny to see you working out with these guys. Yeah. And then you go, so are you sending me down there at all? Because I just worked with two of your guys that you're sending down there. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you want to do it? And I always mess with Brandon, like, hey, did you get signed yet? If you get signed, let me know. Right. Like, let's do something. I just saw Sammy this weekend. Like, what is he doing now? Beyond. And he wrestles in, there's a new place called Wrestle Circus. Okay. That Flip's been wrestling for down in Texas. Yep. And I'm sure he works on he works for House of Hardcore, like we were talking about off there. Yeah. Works for Dream, almost every single one of his shows. I actually met him on I catered Dream his first, 5th, and 13th show. Okay. So I met Sammy on the first one. Nice. Pretty nice guy. Nice. He's into that thrash metal, and I brought my nephew with me to cater. And my nephew loves that stuff. So he had a shirt on. My nephew knew the band. Nice. Where'd my nephew go? I miss You're over there talking. Oh man, I miss that guy. And then Sandman got him drunk. He was supposed to drive home. I ended up with like a $200 ticket because I was going 90 miles an hour home. Because we should have probably stayed. Right. Instead, I just wanted to get home. Yep. It was in Poughkeepsie, New York. So it was only like 4.5 hours. And it was a miracle, man. We were coming through Duxbury. And I swear to God, man, it was like only an hour and a half, it seemed. Yep. It took us no time to get home. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You always fly home. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. All right. Now, so you remember of the Empire in Chaotic, too. Right? That was your tag team with Fury. Yep. But if I'm not mistaken, you also had Malonis was in the group? So, and Sean Gorman? Yeah. So there was like 2 versions. Oh, okay. Which was really weird. So there was a version that was when I was there, and then there was a version after me. Right.
Okay.
So there was the version when I was there was Gorman, Sledge, was Malonis there? Malonis was in there, and it was me.
Okay.
And then when I left, then it went to Fury.
Oh, that's
Malonis.
when Fury came.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
But you did team with Fury though, too, right?
Yes. Yeah. There was a little bit of a mix when I came back. I think there was a little bit of the Fury thing, but they didn't completely throw me into the mix. But, yeah.
Nice. Let's see. Well, I definitely want to touch on this. You were in the Super 8 in what, 2008?
Yeah.
How was that experience working for Jim Kettner?
It was actually really fun. It was more fun for me because Steve did it too. You know what I mean?
Right,
you know what I'm saying? So it was like, it was like the kind of like the something to say, hey, I did that too.
Right.
So that was really cool. Shannon Moore was in it too, which was
Well, they usually
really
try
weird.
to bring in someone, you know what I mean? That's like just got off of TV or whatever.
Yep, but I worked with Chase.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun.
Nice. Now, I never knew like the answer. Who was the booker? Like who booked that? Was that Jim Kettner that would?
You know, I don't even know. Like to say this guy was it, I have no idea. I can only assume it was Jim because it's Jim's baby.
Right.
Where you would think like, you know, you wouldn't really trust anybody with it. But I feel like Jim would. I feel like Jim's that guy that would be like having that control over what goes on. But
so when you were there, did you meet Mr. Ooh La La? He's going to be with me next week on Skype.
You know, I probably did. Man.
He's the guy that played the French gimmick. Yeah, like and he would like trip up the stairs, trip over the ropes.
Yep.
The guy was just a great entertainer.
Yep. That's the problem too. Is like people are like, oh, do you remember this guy? I'm like, you know, I don't.
You probably meet so many people.
I did.
Though. You go to a place, you know, you're only there one time, and you might go back again 2 months later.
Yeah, and that guy might not be there.
Exactly.
So it's that's the other thing about this business is you meet so many people and you really don't remember half of the people you meet.
Right.
And I don't want to be that guy that's like, oh yeah, you didn't remember me, but honestly, I'm sorry. I don't.
We're gonna get into the Evolve and Dragon Gate USA and stuff. Now, real quick though, you went to Japan.
Yes.
How many times did you go to Japan?
Once.
Just once.
How
long were you there for?
7 weeks.
Wow.
Yep.
So you had what did they do? Like 2 or 3 shows a week when you were there?
It was, man. You know what? I remember counting while I was there to see how many times I'd work, but honestly, it was like we wrestled, got in a bus, drove. If we were lucky, if we were near Osaka, we'd go back to the dojo. But we'd go to like the hotel, get up. We might have a day off, we might not. Either go to the gym or go to the show. Or go check out the show, then go to the gym. So honestly, it felt like we were working all the time.
Right.
But it was like awesome because it was like that's what I wanted to do.
Right. Now that was for Dragon Gate?
That was for Dragon Gate, yeah.
So that whole thing. Now, anybody else from around here go on that trip with you? It was all...
So the funny part about that trip, that was my first time obviously going to Japan. My first flight in general.
Really?
Yeah. So talk about an 18-hour trip on the first time you've ever flown. And then the scariest part about that whole trip, the whole Japan as a whole, is we were going to Sapporo. And in Sapporo, you have to take a plane to get to Sapporo.
Right.
This plane was tiny. Like, and you felt
Bottle jumper.
Like, yeah. And I legitimately felt the entire trip I felt safe.
Right.
This is the only time on this trip I didn't feel safe.
Right.
I'm like, I might not make it off this plane, and everybody else is fine. Like I'm looking around, and everybody's like sleeping, and I'm like, how are you? Like shaking.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was gonna say.
Like, okay, guys.
Shake a lot.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow. Now, when you were working for Dragon Gate and Evolve, now which one came first?
Dragon
Gate USA.
Dragon Gate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Dragon Gate, and then I think Gabe was just starting to do Evolve.
Okay. That's my next question was Gabe the booker?
Yeah.
Yeah. And do you like Gabe?
I fucking hate him. I'm not.
That's all right. He's not my favorite guy either.
Yeah, and it's only because, you know, I was never a Gabe guy.
Right.
You know, I was never a Gabe guy, and it's kind of great that I can actually say this finally. I missed one show.
Yeah.
The entire time I worked for him, I missed one show. The reason why I missed that show was because my actual job, I was working construction, third shift.
Oh, wow.
We just got a contract to work in Concord, and it was overnights.
Right.
And they called me, and they said, hey, we have to start tonight. And it was in between, you York show. It was like Queens, New York? I think it was the one I was going to miss. And I told Gabe the night before, I said, hey, listen, my job just called me. I have to go to work. And he's like, well, you should have told me this beforehand. And I'm like, I just found out. And he's like, no, there's no way. And I'm like, yeah, Gabe, we just started this contract. And he's like, no, you just wanted to get one over on me. Like, he really thought that winning a match in Evolve actually meant something to me.
Right.
Like,
compared to the money you're making for real.
Are you insane? Like,
yeah.
You're in this business. You should know that this doesn't make a difference if you win or lose.
Right.
I'm like,
Sandman says it best.
I don't care. Right. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he was very angry. And he's like, well, let me know tomorrow what you decide to do. So I go home. Well, we go to, we're staying at a friend's house. Me and Barbie at the time.
Yep.
And I go, listen, I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, I know Gabe's going to get rid of me if I don't go to a show, or I'm going to lose my job.
Right.
I go, and I've always been the guy, and I still get this today, very logical. Yep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, very logical. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to my job. And I called them. This is the exact conversation. I call him. I go, hey, Gabe, so I have to take that job. And he's like, fine. Oh, yep, you got one over on me. And I go, Gabe, what? Are you kidding me right now?
Right.
I'm like, it has nothing to do with winning. I don't care. Like, this is a work. I don't care if I'm winning. But he really thought that that meant something.
And he probably threw a temper tantrum as soon as he hung up. I'm sure he did.
So then
you've seen all
of
them,
right? he goes, fine. He goes, well, let's just release you from your contract. And I'm like, I've worked for you since 2010. This is the first show that I've actually missed.
Right.
And you're gonna release me? So Gabe, if that's what you want to do, fine.
Right.
And that was it. He hung up on me.
Yeah, I used to cater, like I was saying, for Ring of Honor the first 2 years, all the Massachusetts shows.
Yep.
And man, the temper tantrums that guy had, you would have thought he was.
He threw
8
so
years
many.
Yeah.
I'm like, guy, just relax.
There was one place there was a stack of ashtrays, and he just kept throwing them against the wall, breaking them.
Yep.
He just was like,
somebody would go over their times, he'd get upset about it. I'm like, really? Like, there's when you step out, and that's another thing too, like when you step out of this wrestling business and into the real world, it's completely different. You look back and you go, wow, like this is like an anthill compared to the rest of the world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And a lot of people get stuck in that and stop having fun.
Right.
And the important thing is you got into this because you love it and you want to have fun. And then it goes away. Like, you know, but yeah, that's one guy that I can openly admit that I do not like.
There's a lot of people that don't
do
like
not
him.
like
I'm not going to sit there and say he wasn't good at his job because he did some great things.
Yeah,
There's no doubt. Gabe, he did some great things.
He gave me an opportunity, which was great. I mean, honestly, I don't know if he had a choice because that's another thing. Tommaso. Me and Tommaso, we were in this part of our life where we were like, listen, let's just go do this. Right. If nothing comes of it, let's just stop. So we both did the same tryout. We both got matches that night for Dragon Gate. But it was the selling for me that got me booked on the show. Right. And it was SEMA actually that really pushed for me to do that.
Nice.
Same guy that pushed for me to go to Japan.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I don't know if he really had a choice in booking me, but after that he did.
Right.
You know what I mean? So he must have saw something. It was just, I'm not the kind of guy that's going to be like, hey, Gabe, did this go good?
Right.
Did you really like what I did there? Like, you're the booker. If I'm not doing my job, then tell me.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Like, tell me what you want me to do.
Yep.
But, like, I'm not going to cater to you just because you're the owner of a company. Like, I'm very much like, clearly why I'm self-employed.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like,
so, with Dragon Gate USA, when you first got there, do you remember your first match for them?
Yeah, Swanee. It was with Rich Swan. Yeah.
Talented kid.
Yeah.
Huh? Great things happening for him, too.
Oh, yeah. Good for him. You know, it's tough, too, because I don't really keep up with a lot of wrestling things.
Right.
But now and then I do. Like, the only people that still stay in contact with me is, like I'll hear from Callahan once in a while. Larry Dallas. Yep. Caleb here and there. But really, Brandon Locke and Tommaso. Like, steadily.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Those guys talented. Larry's a hell of a manager. Larry went over to Japan, too.
Yep.
So, actually, he's still working for Evolve. Right?
Yes. Yeah, he's doing something with them. Yeah,
because they had a double shot with Beyond in Melrose at the place where the NWF used to run, you know?
Poor guys.
And I went to the Beyond show. I didn't stay for the Evolve, but I saw him walking around.
Yep.
And he's a freaking pretty big guy, man. I didn't think he was as big as he is, you know?
Yeah, he's very tall.
Yeah,
very
he
tall.
is. before we get into that other question about who you might not like, but, now Evolve, did you hold any titles while you were in Evolve or Dragon Gate?
No, nothing.
Okay. What about Chaotic? I know
Chaotic?
you were
Oh, man.
the New England champ for sure, right? I
Yes,
remember
New
that.
England, and I think we did the tags. Yes, we did the tags.
Is it you and Fury?
No. Surprisingly.
Yeah.
It was me and Brandon. And it was
okay.
at, it was Cole Fury. This is when they ran Drake It.
I remember that.
What year? 2010? Maybe? No, 2015. I don't know. Was it the year
when did you stop wrestling?
Oh. So I bought the store in 2013. I'm going my 4th year now. So I want to say between the time I had my son and the time I bought the store is when I really slowed down wrestling. I mean, and obviously after that, I got released by Gabe in what, 13, 14, something like that.
Okay.
So yeah.
Now, how old's your son now?
My son's almost 3. He'll be 3 in June. Jackson.
Nice. Kids are awesome, man.
They are awesome.
I got a 30-year-old daughter. Seriously. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm old.
Wow.
And a 28-year-old son.
Aging pretty good over here.
Thanks, man. And I got a 15-year-old in freshman year in high school, and I'll tell you, man, she's definitely. See the Grays?
2 girls? 2 girls?
Yeah. See the Grays, though?
That's why.
And I'll tell you, I'm very blessed, man. My daughters are beautiful. I'm very blessed. I make great children. So, you know what I mean? If you see me at a show, I'm just kidding, Maria. My girl will be watching this. You know what's funny, right?
He'd be sleeping on the couch
I
tonight.
say stupid things, and then I say, want to watch the show with me,
Yeah.
and I forget what I
that's
said,
terrible.
you know?
Yeah.
I don't do it with my mother, though, because a lot of times we'll be talking about, like, the green stuff and, stuff like that, so I don't make sure I told my mom, don't watch that.
Right. Yeah. Makes sense.
So that time in Evolve was awesome for
Yeah.
you. You know what I mean? You
I
must
loved
have
it.
looked. Not that the talent isn't here, but it was kind of a notch up in some ways, no?
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Yes
You
and
were
no.
wrestling the top guys around here anyway.
Right, and that's, and I would love to say that I learned a lot in that time period of Evolve, but the truth is I learned more being here and wrestling these guys and just knowing, like, what to do. Because these guys are like, hey, come here for a second.
Right.
Watch this. You shouldn't have done that. You know what I mean? Like, they're where when you go to there, everybody's about themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some people be like, hey, bro, good match. And you're like, yeah, no, it wasn't. It was terrible, but thanks.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I learned a different style, which was cool. Like, you know what I mean? It opened my eyes to, there's not just one way to do something. Obviously, there's multiple ways.
Right.
And watching guys like Ricochet.
Another guy.
Unreal. Yeah. And just the different talents that they had on there, it was really good. But there's nothing that I couldn't be like, yeah, I want to try doing this because I had a job, and my job was to be like I am here.
Yep.
There. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So even though I could do all those things, like the flip, not Ricochet stuff, that's insane. But like, like ooh-ah and stuff like that, like his shooting star presses and stuff like that. Like I used to do all that stuff.
Right.
But I wasn't really supposed to do that here. Maybe Gabe probably would have liked to see that because he's into all that stuff.
Oh yeah. He likes.
But
high
that wasn't my spot, you know.
Right. Yeah, he's a big fan.
Sal though,
of the high spot.
Sal was awesome.
Yeah.
Night and day. I don't know how those two got along. Night and day to me.
Wow.
Sal was awesome. Like stayed at his house.
Right.
Like we went out to eat all the time. What is it?
He's a wrestler guy, right?
No. Sal was FIP.
Oh, okay.
FIP, but he did with Gabe too. Like they were they were in together on everything, all 3 companies. Sal was awesome.
Nice.
Like
now the announcer was Lenny Lennon.
Yes.
Did you get along with Lenny?
Lenny, I did. Yeah? I did. Yeah, I got along great with Lenny.
I think he's an awesome announcer.
Yeah,
really
great guy.
Yeah.
Great guy.
Nice. All right, listen, before we get into the name game and stuff, just because it's either that or we can just play it. Is there anybody else in wrestling? And I'm only asking this guy because he posted something today.
I feel like you know.
I probably do once you start bringing it up, but anyone in wrestling that you don't like, and my friend Derek right now is flipping out, probably yelling at the screen.
He knows something, doesn't he?
Oh, I'm sure he probably. But Derek was on this show. Derek always wanted everyone to be shit on.
Yeah, he loves it. He loves it.
So.
But I'm the perfect guy because I'm very honest.
Right.
Obviously, I don't care about doing anything in wrestling anymore because that's gone.
Yeah.
Like, that's past me. But, there's not a lot of people. That was the thing, too. Like, I got along with most everybody.
Right.
If you did something to make me angry and me to hate you, you must have really done something. Right. You know what I mean? Like, I'm very easy to get along with. I'm very passive. I do. Todd Sopel. I do not
Todd's
like
gonna
Todd
guess, yeah.
Sopel. I don't like Todd Sopel.
A lot of people
I
don't.
never liked Todd Sopel. Let's be honest. He's very arrogant. He's terrible in the ring. Terrible. Oh, I know he's gonna watch us too.
Oh, yeah, he watches them all.
Oh, I know
and
he
he's
does.
gonna be on again.
I know.
And just so you
and
know,
I knew
I'm
because we
front-
had this like conversation online.
Oh, you did?
Where he was being a real creep.
Yep.
So I called him out on it, and he didn't like that too much.
Right.
And we back and forth, and he blocked me.
Yep.
And then he started on Twitter
Yep.
with Mayor McCheese. I still don't know who that is. Who is Mayor McCheese?
Right, right.
Like, that's a great gimmick.
It's from McDonald's.
Yeah, oh yeah.
All right.
Like, who is playing Mayor
Right,
McCheese?
right.
Like, this is great. But then they started going back and forth, and I started in on him there, and then he threatened to block me again, and I'm just like, oh, what is wrong with you? Just stop doing stuff.
Right.
But, yeah, I don't like him. And again, like, there's really, that's it.
Right.
I like him and Gabe are the only ones that stick out in my mind that I just don't like.
Right. And like I was saying, I have nothing against Todd. He's always been good to me.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't like him.
He seems like he could be a good guy.
Right.
Like when we first started at Steve's,
Yeah.
he seemed like he could be a good guy. And then he just got really creepy and weird, and and he thought he was really good, and he wasn't. And I'm like, I distanced myself to those people.
I had a girl tell me over the weekend a story about her and Todd and how he got mad at her and stuff like that.
sure.
So, but that's neither here nor there.
We could be here for an hour talking about that.
All right, so why don't we move along into the name game, and you'll probably be happier with everybody else here on this list.
Probably.
All right. He asked me to mention him. I know you didn't have a lot of interactions with him, but my buddy who's watching live right now, Derek Dukes.
Derek, oh man, I didn't have a lot of. No, I didn't. I'm sorry. I wish I did. From shows here and there, run into him. Yeah, I don't. It's tough too because like when you're asking me these names, it's gonna take me a while.
That's all right.
Because
I'm
I'm
23 more minutes.
Right.
I told you it goes fast.
It does go fast. My memory's terrible. But yeah, no, I don't have it. Obviously, I don't have anything bad to say about you.
There you go.
So
See
that's
that,
really
Derek?
good.
That's good,
That's
huh?
really good. Unfortunately, I don't have great things to say because we don't really,
Right.
we don't have really a good relationship. But you can message me, talk to me.
There you go. See that, Derek? I love Derek. He's like when I started the show, he was my third guest. I had Pat Dillon on first.
Yep.
Then I did a solo show, and then I had Derek on. It went well, so I asked him.
Good.
I said, "Do you want to?" Because I hated doing it. Like that one show I did alone.
Right.
Couldn't stand
It's
it.
terrible. It must be so hard.
It's wicked. It's just, and I'm like, I got everything written down, and I'm still, you get lost.
Oh, yeah, I'm
At
sure.
least if you get lost in this, I can ask you a quick question.
Yep.
And then I can look down and, get back on track.
Yeah.
But Derek's always been great to me and my family. Love you, kid. But we're done talking about you, buddy. Ryan Fury, one of the best trainers in New England right now, no doubt about it.
Yep. Can't argue with that. Not at all. Yeah, I've known Brian since I really started wrestling. He was one of the guys, like I was telling you about. Like he would pull you aside and be like, "Hey,
Right.
that was terrible." You know what I mean? You should have done that, or something like that. But he was definitely one of the guys you could trust to give you good feedback and just in general. I still see him.
Right.
Even when I don't go to shows, he comes up and visits me.
Oh, that's cool.
He's in the area, so that's cool.
Remember, I remember the first time I saw him, he wasn't even Fury yet. He was Jury.
Oh yes.
I have a picture of him, and I said this a few times. He's probably going to smack me one of these. Yeah. He was so skinny and so small.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He
I got one of those
nothing
pictures
like
floating
it.
around somewhere,
Do
too.
you really, yeah? Yeah, Brian's a great guy, and he does great things. And real quick, too, what about the talent he's got in the school right now?
He does. Actually, I was just
Unbelievable,
down
huh?
there Thursday,
Yeah.
and I saw those guys.
And again, I didn't write it down, but you returned to wrestling Friday night at Chaotic,
Yeah.
at the Chaotic Countdown. How was it?
That's like my gimmick, I guess. Last year I was
Right.
gotta count it. This year, gotta count it.
But, I mean, how was it? Did you
It was
enjoy
fun. So I didn't realize how bad wrestling beats you up until I went back on Thursday. And they're like, "Oh yeah, throw a drop kick." Throw a drop kick, my knee. Junk.
Right.
Completely junk. And I'm like, "Oh, this is gonna be great. We have a thing that I gotta do tomorrow." So I got to the show and it was great. Like I just love seeing people.
Yeah.
Like seeing everybody that I grew up talking to
Yep.
and being around. Unfortunately, a lot of those guys aren't even really there anymore. Like
Right.
Fury's not on the shows anymore.
Yeah.
But even Chase, like I traveled with Chase a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hell of a talent, that kid. Seriously.
Yeah.
One of the best talkers
and still going.
around here.
Still going. But the thing about Chase is like he just keeps getting better.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I don't get it because he's like in his own. Like I categorize him now as when I was coming up like Alex.
Right.
And we put Fury in that category. and then we put Eddie Edwards in that category.
Yep.
So when you look up to these guys, like he just keeps getting better,
Right.
Which is awesome for the younger guys because they have somebody to look up to and watch.
Right.
So it's great.
Yeah, a lot of talent. What about his Mill City Hooligan partners there?
Oh
the
yeah,
Logan
the
brothers?
Logans.
One of the best tag
Logans.
teams around, man.
Yeah.
9-time
Yep.
chaotic tag team champion.
Good old Logans. Again, I love the Logans.
Right.
Like I've always got along with those guys. Chase. Like there's nobody that I really didn't get along with or really didn't like. Like I traveled with all three of those guys together before going down to Kettner's.
Yep.
Was it the Super 8? Yeah, it was the Super 8.
Was that the only time you worked for Kettner? I thought you had gone a couple times too.
I thought I did too.
Because I mean, it was great when they had that little talent exchange with
I
Chaotic.
thought we did. Yeah, maybe we have. I don't know. We traveled to a couple shows.
Yeah. I've never been to Kettner show. The longest running indie promotion in the world. I mean, I don't know about the world, but United States.
Yeah.
For sure, it's been over 40-something years.
Yep.
I mean, and I've never met Jim, but I've heard, that he runs a great, puts on a good show and all that. Matt Logan, my oldest daughter went to school with Matt.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yep.
How about Brian Malonis, one of the best big men out there right now.
Oh, he's right. Yeah. Wow. I saw him. I saw him too on Friday. Yeah.
He won the chaotic countdown.
Yeah.
Hard to eliminate him, huh? I would imagine.
A little bit. Yeah. I might if I stuck in there. For
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm not saying it can't be done,
know?
but he's a big dude.
But yeah, Brian. I love Brian too. I mean, I want to say like when we first started like wrestling, we definitely saw each other in completely different ways than we do now.
Well, he even said it when he was on that he's not the same person.
Yeah, no.
Nobody really
not at all.
Eventually you mature.
Yep.
It took me, I didn't start maturing until I was like 45.
Right.
Seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, my girlfriend said all the time, she's like, you were such, like, even when I've been seeing it almost 13 years.
Yep.
Just got engaged and stuff, and she's just like, you're not the same person.
No,
you were just like a little kid.
You do, yeah, and you change. You do change. You don't realize.
Right.
There's a point in your life where you're like, wow. And you look back and you go, I was kind of mean back then. Or
Right.
I wasn't, I'm completely the opposite of what I am now.
Yeah.
Same thing with me. Like, I'm not the same person I was back then.
Right.
So we definitely had, like, clashing personalities at that time.
Right.
Where there was no, like, hate, but there would always, like, there would be, like, ribs here and there.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, I love, like, we connect. Obviously, we're both fathers.
Right.
So we connect more on, like, an actual adult level now.
Yeah, right.
Do you know what I mean?
And kids make you grow up quick,
They do.
even though it didn't do it
They
for
do,
me.
yeah.
Sean Gorman, real quick. I've never seen anybody, him and DC,
Yep.
I've never seen anybody get more heat in a building. Like, literally, there was times I thought places were going to riot. Those guys knew how to get under people's skin.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, they did. Gorman, I worked with him in Chaotic. I never really hung out with Gorman.
Right.
Just the shows. And really, we clicked.
Right.
Or else it wouldn't have worked. But, yeah, that was pretty much the extent of me and Gorman. It was just the shows.
He's got a book. Did you ever read his book?
I did.
I
have not read his book.
I want to get it because he was on the Biff and Ted's podcast.
Yeah.
I remember.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
And they had him on for I want to say it was almost a 2-hour podcast, and he gave out some of the stories, and I'm like, I want to read this book.
I'm sure it's good.
And matter of fact, I've been talking to George Carroll, and eventually he wants to come on, and we're gonna do a whole show about the memory of DC.
Okay. Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So what about DC Dillinger?
DC. in WFA.
Yeah.
We were so young where we looked at him like McNeely and stuff like that, and they were in their own world, you know what I mean, like their own separate thing.
Right.
Steve really didn't want us around any of that because they were drinking. And,
Oh yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I don't really have any. I have no good stories to say.
Right.
But yeah, let's just leave it at that.
All right.
Yeah.
How about Eddie Edwards?
Eddie. Yeah. Eddie Edwards. Never clicked with Eddie. Never. I never really worked with him either, actually.
Really?
No.
Oh wow. Figured you guys would have had some matches too.
No. I thought maybe we have.
I think you were in some maybe tag team matches. I was looking up a bunch of your matches today.
Yeah, maybe something. On like a personal thing, not my cup of tea.
Right.
In the past we've probably had run-ins.
Yep.
But yeah, another one he does his thing, I don't care.
Right, right.
No ill will against anybody probably on that list other than Gabe and Todd Sible.
How about I know you wrestled him, Kid Mikaze.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. those are some good memories. Ladder matches. Yeah, those are good.
Yeah.
Kamikaze. What is he doing? He's
working. He's like
still doing the seam. Yeah.
Yeah, seamstress or whatever you want to call that.
He did good for himself.
Yeah,
he really
he's
did.
actually on what's his name? The guy from the New Day. Short guy. Used to be Xavier. Is it Xavier Woods?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's on he has a show on the network about video games.
Oh, and he's on it?
Mikaze's on
good.
it all the time.
Good.
So people
Good.
know who he is and stuff.
Awesome.
Speaking of Mikaze, how about Sasha Banks?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Sasha. I mean, chaotic. That was it. Yeah, that's all I got.
Right. It's amazing how far she's come though, in such a short time.
Yeah, it's great. Like, she legitimately trained, got scooped up right away.
Immediately, pretty much.
Good for her.
You know,
She's
what?
young.
She around 2 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a hell of a talent. How about one of your old tag team partners? I think you tag team with him, Danny Miles.
Oh, yeah, BTW.
Yeah.
BTW.
Yeah.
That was, I almost, when I'm looking back at it now, I'm like, wow, did Steve rib us? We had the most strange gimmick.
What was it?
So we were like, it was like the Rock and Roll Express, really?
All right.
Like something like that.
Yeah.
Or it was something, I don't know. We had tights and like weird mesh tights with like fishnet holes in them. Did you ever see that?
I don't remember.
Oh man, it was the weirdest
I haven't
thing.
gone to many big time shows.
Yeah, or like the Rockers.
Oh,
Like
okay.
the Rockers. Yeah, that was more like it was. Yeah,
Nice.
It was so weird, but
He's got hell of a talent.
Danny's really good.
Yeah.
Like I just, I kind of wish we got to tag more.
Right.
That was the only thing.
Right.
Because we did good where we were, but I think we could have done better.
Yep.
Doing something else.
Saying we're on tag teams, how about Caleb Conley?
Oh, Caleb.
Yeah.
Caleb's a TNA now, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
What a talent.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yep.
I met him at the LaLasha Park. NEW from O'Brien.
Oh, yeah.
He put on a show, and he actually was like right across from where I was sitting. Talked to him for about 20 minutes. What a good guy.
Oh, yeah.
I was with my grandson. He was talking to him. He just unbelievable.
That's another thing too. Like me and Caleb, and it said it, even Lenny said it.
Yeah.
So I think when we did FIP,
Yep.
me and Caleb got more out of FIP than we did in Dragon Gate and Evolve. For whatever reason,
Yeah.
Gabe wouldn't put us in a spot where we would actually look good.
Right.
Which kind of sucked because like I said, Sal, he put us in a match with the Medejos.
Yep.
It was for the tag titles. Yeah, it was the tag titles. And
Do you remember who the champs were at the time?
was it the Medejos? It must have been the Medejos.
Yeah. Okay.
I think so. What did we do? We had some sort of match, and it got to the point where was it second, I think. But anyway, short story.
Yeah.
Short story,
That's all
really
right.
long. People were leaving after intermission. Okay, so that was the problem. Was people would leave after because it was a bar, like they bar hop.
Yep.
And this is in Florida on. I remember the town again, wrestling. But yeah, they kept leaving, and then we had the match, and then Sal's like, "Wow, people just stopped leaving."
Right.
Like they actually because it was like everybody was doing the flips and stuff, and the Evolve stuff, and the Dragon Gate stuff, and like false finish here, false finish there. It just didn't make any sense sometimes. Yep. Like, but then we actually had like a match that were like we actually worked a match.
Right.
Like you're supposed to. Psychology.
In
Interacting
all these flippy
with people.
spots. Right.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
the Medejos were great. Like,
Right.
we knew what they could do, and we could work with them. Yeah. So, like, they would do their flips. We would, you know what I mean? All that stuff, it just meshed really well, and people stopped leaving. So Sal's like, oh, okay, well, we need to do this for main event next show. Right. So to put trust in us to do an actual main event again was great.
That's
like,
awesome.
it was like, that's awesome.
Yep.
So, we put together another match, and people loved it. And then I think we won the tag titles. And then the next time, he put them on the Medejos. And I think that's right about the time that I got canned.
Wow.
Yeah. But it was great. Even today I talked to those guys.
Right.
And I'm like, should do that again.
Yeah. How about
Wish.
Makua, Sam?
Oh man, what is he doing now?
He's doing a lot of good things in Everett. I think he's running the rec center and stuff.
Okay. Yep.
He's lost more weight. I mean,
Nice.
Sam's doing really well.
Good,
What's up,
good.
Sam? Loves.
That's
loves
awesome.
Sam. He's doing
Good.
well.
Good. I mean, from him, the Bell Time Club, I ran into him Did he do camp? No, NECW.
Yeah, doing
NECW.
Yeah, for Sheldon.
Yep.
Seeing that we brought a name up, Sheldon Goldberg.
Sheldon Goldberg. I mean, got me on NECW.
Yep, right.
You know?
He's coming on.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much it.
Right.
I don't think he really, he was the booker, really.
Yeah.
Sheldon was just, the owner.
Yeah.
I didn't think he really cared. He's like, just have a good show.
Yep.
That's it.
Yes, she's just a nice guy. Wrestling historian, too.
Right.
The guy's done books and a lot,
yeah.
I can't wait to have him on the show. I love Sheldon. I've known him for quite a while. Actually sold merchandise at the shows. Did you work that one where Bradley came out as Santa? You were there, right?
I did. That was my first indie show ever.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
No kidding. Yeah. Because that day I was selling my merchandise.
Greyhound something.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Greyhound Park.
Yeah, Greyhound Park. Yeah.
Yep.
And he came over to my table and he picked up the Missy Hyatt book I had and he went, "Ho, ho, ho. What a ho." And he puts the book down, and I'm looking at him like, because it's a wrestler.
Right, yeah.
So when he came back out, I was with this kid, RJ. I'm like, watch the table. I have to see. And when he pulled it off, the whole building popped. I mean, at least the people that recognized it.
Right, yeah.
But that was a pretty cool moment. It must have been cool for Steve, too, you know? But, so I remember that night. How about Warbeard? Warbeard Hanson.
Oh, Todd. Yeah, talk about like wow.
Isn't it awesome?
Wow.
Seriously, isn't it awesome?
Yeah.
He's in Japan right now as we speak.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him. Because I remember, he had that part of his life where he was just like hurting all the time. You know what I mean? And then to completely finally, like, it sucks seeing, even Malone, it sucks seeing all these guys go to TV so many times and like actually love the business and not get anything from it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Not even get an opportunity.
Yeah.
Or then these other guys that they're hiring that are playing football that don't care about the business whatsoever.
Exactly.
Can't even wrestle.
Right.
And then they go there, make a mill, and then leave. When these guys would be happy making mill their entire career.
Oh, yeah.
As long as they're on the road doing what they love.
Right.
You know what I mean? So seeing that, and then you were like, and then he's doing this.
Yep.
It's great. Good for him.
Oh, yeah.
Good
and
for
it's
him.
funny that you brought it up, too, like that, like how they're bringing other guys in. They brought in that Authors of Painting. I don't know if you've seen it on NXT, but they're with Paul Ellering, right? It's pretty much the Hit Squad. Off and Monster Mac. I mean, literally, and when they came out, it's the first thing I thought of.
Yep.
And they're totally not as good as those guys are down in Jersey. I mean, Danny Mop and them, they've been wrestling for 15, 16 years, you know? But I love NXT. You know, and I love it when the local guys get to go down there. Like right now, Biff's down there, Oni Lorcan and stuff. What about Biff?
Oh, Biff.
Get old Biff.
Man, me and Biff had times. Yeah. I used to hang out with Biff a lot.
Yeah. And Teddy?
Not so much Teddy, just Biff. Just Biff.
Right?
He would come up and we'd like go on town and go party in town. And
He looks like he'd be a fun time.
Oh, yeah.
Fun guy to party with.
Oh, yeah. And he always had stories.
Right.
He's just a fun guy to hang out with.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Good old.
That's awesome. I went to the NXT show in Lowell when Tommaso came out. He took on Biff in like the second match of the night.
Yep.
But when Tommaso came out, you would have thought the roof of the auditorium was going to blow up. Yeah. People went crazy. And then when the show was over, I took my grandson and said, let's just hang around outside for a little while. And Mojo Rawley came over to us, which is cool. And I felt bad because I booed the shit out of him. Because I was not a Mojo Rawley fan. But after him coming over, now we love him.
Yep. Yeah.
You know? But
good.
Biff seen me over there, and I called him over. He came right over, thanked us for coming out, took some pictures with my grandson. Just a top-notch guy.
Good.
And I think Teddy's a great guy, too.
Yep.
I know you work for Top Rope a little bit, so Rickhouse Baker.
I never had an interaction with
Oh,
him.
really?
Yeah,
He's going to be on the show September 4th.
Yeah, I never had an interaction with him at all.
Right?
I got nothing on
All right, that's all right. I seen you wrestled him, Chris Dickinson. Remember Chris?
Yeah. Yeah, when did I wrestle Chris Dickinson? When was that?
If I'm not mistaken, it was around 2011, something like that. Does that sound about right?
Was it 4 something, right?
Yeah, I'm almost positive it was in New York or New Jersey or Pennsylvania. All this.
New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Florida,
Yeah.
something like that. I don't remember. Oh, I'm sorry, Chris. I liked Chris.
I was going to say, hell of a talent.
Yeah.
Seriously, he really
Yeah.
is. All right, well, let's get into how about John Walters?
Walters, I never had an interaction with.
No?
No,
Okay.
not really.
Sonny, I know you had
Sonny,
interaction
yeah.
with Sonny.
Yeah,
And you must have a funny Sonny story.
I don't.
No?
I mean, Sonny was always funny.
Yeah. Oh, he is hilarious. Yeah, I love
Always.
Sonny.
Yep.
All right, I don't get the chance to ask about these guys too often.
Yep.
The Mighty Minnie
Oh,
and Andre Lyons. Yeah, I was a big fan of this when they were.
Yeah, I never
wrestling.
really got to work those guys.
Really?
Yeah, no. They were always doing something, like in WFA, they were always doing something else, and then I was never in there with Chaotic, when they were doing stuff with Chaotic, so I never really got actual in-ring interaction with those guys. Yeah. But out of the ring, still no real, I mean, in the locker room, that's about it. Yeah.
Good talent, though. I mean, I used to enjoy watching them wrestle. Gino Martino?
Yes and no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got no stories, though.
That's all right.
Yeah.
How about, I know you wrestled him, Shane Strickland.
Oh. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I did wrestle him. And that was in, was it Evolve?
I think it was
Evolve. Yeah. I mean, Shane, that's another guy we traveled with.
Yeah.
We picked him up.
Hell of a talent, man. Yeah. Definitely. We're going to go with the Chaotic owners. We'll go with Jamie J. Mikowski first.
Jamie, oh my God, I know Jamie for so long. Hey, Jamie, how many times have you fired me now? I don't remember.
Oh!
It's like a running joke. It's a running joke.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, you're fired again. I'm like, great.
Right?
But yeah, no, I do. I mean, again, me and Jamie had I'm not that same person I was before.
Right.
And yeah, I may have been different back then.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to say we probably had some bad interactions back in the day, but Jamie still good to me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Even though I was still that kid.
Yep.
Still learning, but yeah. Great.
Right. How about adult? Mark Beaudry.
Mark, again.
Oh, I've known since the late 80s.
I saw that.
We used to
actually.
work together.
All right,
I love Mark.
so I actually watched your Kevin Quinn interview today.
Yep. I love Quinn, too. I do. He's awesome. He's so funny.
Yeah.
So, Beaudry. Listen, we're running out of time, so why don't we, how about we'll do one more name, and then I want you to plug your store.
Man. Oh, man.
Alex Arion.
Oh, Alex. I've known Alex for a very long time.
Right.
Yeah. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. Yeah.
All right. So why don't you plug your store and stuff in your two businesses?
So, all right. So I own Mass Nutrition.
Yep.
That's on 2nd Street in Manchester. Sell supplements, all kinds of stuff.
Right.
And then I own Hydra Nutrition, which Hydra Nutrition is a nutrition company by itself. So protein, creatine, all the good stuff. That's what we sell for there.
Right.
So it kind of goes hand in hand having the two stores. But yeah, that's what I do now.
Nice.
So I don't wrestle anymore. I do that.
So are you gonna wrestle again?
Oh man.
You
You
have no plans as of now.
I have no plans right now.
Okay.
Zero plans to wrestle again. I liked coming back. I liked the feeling.
Yep.
My body seemed to hold up pretty good. So, I mean, maybe. I can't say no.
Right.
I mean, there's going to be another Chaotic Countdown next year, so
Maybe.
maybe I'll be at that one. I don't really know. But yeah.
So now, what's the complete address for Max
So
Nutrition?
it's 587 2nd Street, and that's Manchester, New Hampshire.
Yeah.
Phone number 603-606-4999. I won't give you my cell phone, which I definitely didn't want to do that.
That's not your cell phone, is it?
No.
I was going to say, because I was giving it up.
I almost gave my cell phone.
Live. Great. So how long you been? You have just had the store now, you said, for 3 or 4 years?
So I've had the store for 4 years. I've been in the supplement industry for the past, I want to say 7.
Right.
So, and then obviously bodybuilding too. I've loved bodybuilding since I got into wrestling.
Yeah.
Really, it kind of went hand in hand.
Right.
So yeah.
That's awesome. So we got another minute and a half. Let's do a couple more names.
Let's do it.
I know you wrestled Tony Nese.
Nice.
He's one now. He's in 205.
Oh,
the
yes.
cruiserweights.
Yeah. Yeah, I wrestled him in New York for Evolve.
Okay.
Yep.
Good talent.
Yeah, good talent.
Ricochet. You brought him up a little early. You
So,
wrestled him.
I did. I went to Japan with Ricochet. Man, I want to say if it wasn't for Ricochet, he was the only one from the company that was over there at the time.
Oh, really?
And, he took care of me.
Right.
Yeah.
He was small then, right? Too.
But he was always ripped.
Yeah, but I mean, he's obviously put it on the right way. Too,
Oh, yeah.
'cause he didn't just go. You know what I mean? From wicked skinny, you could see the progression.
Oh yeah, he did really good.
And he's a hell of a talent.
Yeah, he is.
He's got himself a good-looking girl too, if I'm not mistaken. He's with Tessa.
That's right. Yeah, he is.
I saw her over the weekend too at the Beyond show.
Nice.
Johnny Vegas.
Johnny Vegas. Oh man.
I love Johnny.
Oh man. Johnny Vegas, good guy. I seen him Thursday night.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, at the school.
The school. Yep.
So you actually went to the school.
I went to the school.
To get ready.
Rolled around a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to just jump in there cold.
Try not to.
I've never asked about him on the show yet. Psycho.
Oh, Psycho.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Psycho was funny.
Yeah.
He was funny.
I love this tag team. Pretty Psycho with that.
Yes.
That was an awesome tag team.
Definitely was.
But listen, we're going to have you on again. Seriously.
Absolutely. I think so.
So, guys, Scott Reed, Leo Carters, we're out. Peace.